What's up, YouTube? Timos here. Now, with Morbius coming out this week, I am going to be doing my reviews for not one but about 10 vampire movies, starring Chew Today, Chew Tomorrow, and so on. So, my review for the first vampire movie I'm doing my review for, and pretty much the one that really started the vampire craze, if you really will, and that is the iconic 1920 silent film Nosferatu. Now, of course, this has been in the news recent that they are doing a remake of it with Robert Eggers directing, but they would just announced that production for that has been delayed and everything. So we'll see if that's ever going to get off the ground. But the original Nosferatu, which of course is based on the iconic Bram Stoker Dracula novel, and was really the first major vampire movie to break out. I mean, obviously most people probably say it was it was Bela Lugosi's iconic Dracula film that really broke the vampire craze, but it was really Nosferatu. Let's be real. If it wasn't for Nosferatu, we wouldn't have movies like that, a Dracula film. We wouldn't have Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yes, we probably wouldn't even have Twilight if it wasn't for Nosferatu. All right. And Nosferatu is like the makeup in this thing. Obviously, it's 1920. It got released all the way back in the 20s, I believe 1929, if I'm not mistaken, or 20. Can't remember. I know it was like late 20s. But it is a really intriguing film. Now I wasn't really big with the silent movie genre, but there are some silent movies that I do really quite find fascinating, and obviously movies from Charlie Chaplin is really decent, and Nosferatu is one of them. It's a really great one. Of course, the lead actor, I can never pronounce his name, but the lead actor, Max, I always accidentally call him Shrek, for some reason, but Max, Shrek, who of course plays the character of Count Orlok, is so great in this. He of course summons Thomas Hutter to pretty much to his remote Transylvania castle in the mountains, and he seeks to buy the house near Hutter and his wife Ellen, played by Greta Schroeder, and of course Orlok, reveals that he pretty much reveals his vampire nature and is sort of tracking down the Ellen character because obviously vampires need blood. But yeah, Max did such a great job playing this role. He's this movie was one of the most terrifying movies of that pretty much of that whole decade. And this, I like to say Nosferatu didn't only bring vampire craze to a whole new generation. I like to think that this movie was also an influence on horror movies we see today. Lots of directors nowadays, like horror film directors, including Robert Eggers, will tell you that Nosferatu from the 20s really inspired them to become a horror filmmakers. And what they were able to do was intriguing us. I mean, obviously there is no speaking because it's a silent movie, but it is still really decent film worth checking out. It's a really great influential vampire film worth checking. Max is R.I.P. Pretty much R.I.P. to all these people. Let's refer. But Max was definitely a really great one, and he really was the highlight of this whole film. The makeup he used in this. There's even a movie based on it that actually makes you think that the original actor was an actual vampire. All right, I'm actually probably gonna talk about Shadow the Vampire here in a bit, but yeah. Now they actually did do a couple of remakes, like Werner Herzog directed one, then there was some other remakes of this as well. I know Doug Jones is supposed to be playing the character. I don't know when that's ever coming out, but nothing beats the original, and it's so iconic. So if you guys have never really seen the original Nosferatu, obviously you can probably find it on TCM somewhere. It's a really classic one, so definitely give this one a go. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever watched the vampire classic Nosferatu? If so, what story? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes? Favorite moments? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing out.
I'm a junior. Okay.